Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Sorry, I was about to post a review. What am I doing? So, hi, my name is Zachary Eichelberger, and welcome to the Eichelberger Review channel. For those who don't follow me on Instagram, which, by the way, if you don't, please do. I hope I entertain you as best as possible because I know I am not the only person who will be doing this, especially on this platform. No, not even close. But I, of course, love films. For the past 2.5 years, I have been reviewing on Instagram movies that I've been seeing in older movies and TV shows that I have been enjoying and I have been watching. And I thought for quite a while, especially last year a bit, that like what's holding me back? What's making me hold back from wanting to do YouTube? And I realized, oh, it's the editing and getting the clips and for the review and whatnot. Yeah, that was the thing that was holding me back. But I realized to myself that I have to learn to grow and move on with doing newer things, doing things that I am passionate about. And I realized to myself on Instagram, 15 minutes weren't cutting it. So I realized, why don't I go here? I can do much longer reviews. And so that is what I aim to do. For a long time, I did that. And so now I'm doing it here where I know there are a plethora of different movie reviewers. I'm not the first. I am not the last. I am just one but 1,000 review channels out there. Big and small, they are there. I am no different. All I could say is I just be myself. I do everything I can to provide people with entertainment and to be very excited about some of the movies that I want to talk about. So I usually see most movies every week, or at the very least, a movie every other week for movies that I am anticipating and that I am looking forward to. With this being the start of the new year, why don't I start by covering this year for films? I mean, I might as well. I mean, I'm at this point where I could just do it. So, yeah, I am very much looking forward to entertaining you guys as best as possible. Now, with that being said, I might as well give you guys straight up front some things to let you guys know. Number one, I don't do horror films. I'm sorry. So, for any horror fans, if you are looking to find anyone new within the horror scene, I'm not one of them. I'm sorry. I have my reasonings. I got too much anxiety and too much depression in me. I do. I wish I could, but I can't stomach it. I'm sorry. But for those who are saying, okay, fine, you don't do horror movies, what else do you do? Well, I do action adventure, I do drama, I do comedy, I do science fiction, that genre in particular. I love. And then I do fantasy. And whatever else you guys would be interested in. Just nothing horror super related. Otherwise, it would be like something like the George A. Romero Dead trilogy that I could do, or something like The Predator, which I love. So yeah, very much. Those are the genres I really love. Now, as far as myself, and I hate doing this because, of course, with this being the beginning of my path on YouTube, I was 3 years old when I fell in love with films. Mainly, if you see in the background, Star Wars. And before anyone asks, no, I am not that type of Star Wars fan. I am a much more respectful and well-loving Star Wars fan in general. I get it. I know nowadays there are a lot of problems going within the Star Wars community. Believe me, I know. I know. But I'm a very respectful one. But it was really Star Wars that got me into wanting to talk about films, but really just be into films because I am in college. I am pursuing filmmaking. That's where I want to be. I want to be a director. I also want to be a writer and possibly act. Possibly. But for the most part, directing and writing is my passion. It is something I am really proud of and something that I hope to continue to learn and grow as I get older and I get out there in the field. But on the side, I do this. I do it for fun. That's really what I'm doing it here for, you guys. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this to entertain you as best as possible. So, yeah, fairly weekly basis on films. Now, with regards to grading films, I usually have a system, and that is from 0 to 10. So, of course, 10 being the best film I've ever seen, one of the best films of the year, to a 0, which is the absolute just epitome of films, and is just, to me, one of the worst movies of the year. And then, of course, you got your 9s, which are amazing. You got your 8s, which are great. And oh dear God. You got your 7s, which are good. Your 6 are okay, and this is where we're in the middle now, which are 5s, which are just average to mediocre. These aren't movies I don't necessarily hate, but I don't really love. They're just, as I said, average. So you got those. You got your 4s, which are not good. We're in the kind of like lean towards the bad category here. You got your 3s, which are terrible. You got your 2s. You got your 1s that are just awful. And yeah, you get the point. I know I am not the newest nor the latest film reviewer out there who is trying to upstage anybody. I am just trying to be myself, you guys, as best as possible. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, but I am gonna try. So for this month, I want to at least start with one movie that I had seen recently, and possibly one TV show that I also am in the midst of finishing. But for the most part, I want to at least sell with new movies. And as far as old movies go, I will do them whenever I feel like I want to, or do them for a series leading up to like a new movie. So yeah, which is going to be a lot. I'm already picturing that's going to be difficult. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I really am. So to anyone that follows me on Instagram, I hope you guys enjoy this because it is hard leaving something that I've gotten a lot of people to love. But I gotta realize, I gotta move up. And I hope to make new audiences out there. And I hope I make somebody's day. I hope. And to anybody who has a thing where they like a movie or not, whether it be good or bad, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to stop any of you. That's the one thing I do want to address right here, right now. I'm not going to stop you from seeing your movies, okay? If I see a movie that I think is terrible, I'm not going to stop you, you guys. Don't let me ruin your fun or your parade, making you guys want to not see these movies because of the fact that I'm making you feel uncomfortable with seeing a movie when somebody has just talked crap about it. If you are interested, please go and see it. I'm not going to harass you or hassle you in any way. That's not my thing. My thing is to just purely entertain you, no matter what the movie is. That is my goal. That is my job. And plus, I love to hear from you guys, the newer movies that are coming out. Really, I truly hope there are some movies that you're looking forward to. So, yeah. So, yes, as always, thank you. Welcome to the Eichelberger Reviews.